You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
You got a big bag, let me take that. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game.
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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I'm just not leaving the gym, about to go get to this bag, but I wanted to make this video really quick because it's something that I keep getting asked a lot, right? And kind of like indirect ways, but it goes back to the same thing. Like I had one dude comment, he was like, dang, I like what you're saying about the elite women and the traits of the elite women, right? But if I use that, I'm barely going to have any chicks. Like almost all chicks are going to be eliminated, right? I made a comment one time and I said, listen, if a woman has a history of sexual abuse, you should avoid her because it's going to become a problem later. A woman came and said to me, well, most women have history of sexual trauma or abuse. So, I mean, they're going to have to eliminate most women. I did a video, right? And I said in that video, okay, I only recommend a man with no kids date a woman who has kids under these circumstances. A woman commented on that video, well, most single mothers don't make that type of money, so you might as well just say don't date single mothers. No, I might as well not just say don't date single mothers, because the problem isn't dating the single mother. The problem is the quality of the single mother. And the reality of the situation is, if you're a man with no kids and you're going to date a woman with kids, she's starting off down here. That's just the reality of this situation, because she started a family without you. You didn't start a family without her. So she has to be a little bit better. I want you guys to understand something, right? The main reason men struggle on the dating market, especially black men, I got a video coming out on this that's going to be a short. Check that out too. Is because they don't have standards. They don't have standards. The whole damn point of the elite woman is to weed out trash women. All right? So when y'all say to me, well, that's most women, or most women don't fit the circumstances. Duh, that's the damn point. That's what makes them elite. If every woman was elite, then there would be no such thing as an elite woman. Let it breathe, run it back. If every woman was elite, then there would be no such thing as an elite woman. We wouldn't have to vet. Any man would be able to just get married to any woman, just get in a relationship with any woman, just have a baby with any woman, and things would work out. But the reality of the situation is the divorce rate is 50%, right? It's dropping down to 40 now, but still it's too damn close to 50%. And 75% of the women in the black community are single mothers, 50% Hispanic community, 30% in the white community, right? The Asians community is the only community that has less than 1 out of 3. So with that being said, clearly every woman ain't an elite woman. Everybody's not compatible. Every woman is not fit to raise a family with or spend the rest of your life with. Hence why I came up with the elite standard. This is an elite woman. I also came up with the elite man. If you go back and watch the videos on the traits of the elite man, right? The type of man that I think women should date, the type of man that men should strive to be, every man ain't that. The vast majority of men aren't that. That's what makes them elite. All right? When you go to the NFL, right? Less than 5% of all people who play football are going to make the NFL. Now, in the NFL, they have what you call a Pro Bowl. Everyone doesn't get voted into the Pro Bowl. Only the best of the best get voted into the Pro Bowl. They also have an all-pro team. Only one player from each position gets put on the all-pro team. You got one right end, you got one left end, you got one quarterback, you got 2 receivers. There's not that many people. Everyone can't make it. The point is to get to the elite, the best of the best. That is the entire point. So as a man to come to me and say, well, Alex, if I follow your strategy, you know, like, I'm not going to have no women. Listen, if you just want to smash, the strategy changes. I have videos on if you just want to smash. If you're watching the videos on elite women, that's for marriage and relationships. It's supposed to get Weed out trash women. 90% of women are trash. I tell you guys, you follow my standards, most women are going to be disqualified within the first 5 minutes. Not all, but most. In the first 5 minutes, that's fine. By this point, you should have did all the work that you need to do to become an elite man, so you're already in abundance. So even if you eliminate 90% of the women who like you, it's not going to matter because everybody likes you or damn near. You have so much options that by eliminating that 90%, you'll still have 5 left and those 5 qualify. Like, women have these type of standards all the time, guys. Women say, if you're not 6 foot, I'm not talking to you. If you don't got 6-inch peen at least, I'm not talking to you. If you don't make 6 figures, I'm not talking to you. You don't drive a 6-cylinder car, I'm not talking to you. Right? They'll come up with anything. I'm not going to go to Cheesecake Factory with you, all this stuff. But whenever a man sets a standard, whenever a man has a standard, it's always weird to people because people aren't used to men having standards. But guess what? It's 2023. We having standards now. Everything evolves. So women have adapted to the game and evolved, right? And they've changed their dating strategy. So it's only natural that men adapt to the game and evolve and change their dating strategies too. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm not surprised there was a black man who said to me, well, if I follow your rules, I'm going to have to eliminate all these women because y'all don't got no standard. Y'all just want to put y'all penis in anything that's warm and wet. Y'all don't give a damn, right? And this is why y'all get ran through the coals. This is why y'all end up with baby mama drama. All the damn time, my baby mama crazy. Because you didn't vet her. Most men's vetting comes down to this, right? You have, most men fall into 2 types. One is a man who can't get laid, can't get women. Women have 0 interest in them. So the first woman who shows him any bit of interest, he don't ask her no tough questions. He don't try to get to know her background. All right, this woman could have been a prostitute. All right, this woman could have a record. Domestic violence, she done killed somebody, she done robbed somebody. He don't know, he ain't investigator at all. He don't know where her baby daddy at, who her baby daddy is, nothing. Where her family is, where she came from, what's her racial makeup, what she mixed with. He don't know nothing. All he know is she like me, so he going. Then you have the other men, which are, these are the men who get women, right? But all they focus on is who's the baddest chick. So as soon as he gets the baddest chick he's ever had, he locking it down. Again, he don't know who the hell her baby daddy is if she has any kids. He don't know her criminal history. He don't really know her education level. He don't know how much debt she got, right? Student loan debt, housing debt. He ain't asked none of these questions. He's just seen a baddie and he just wifed her. And this is why the divorce rate is so high. And this is why so many of y'all are on child support, online crying and complaining about men, because you don't vet. So I'm telling you what to do to pick the elitist of the elite when you're ready for a relationship or marriage. If you just want to smash, those standards lower a little bit, but not too much because you still don't want to catch an STD, right? You still don't want to get set up to get robbed. You still want to have some vetting, but those standards do lower a little bit. But when I'm talking about the elite woman, I'm talking about someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with, someone you're going to have kids with. Yes, most women aren't going to qualify. Most women aren't going to qualify. Women like, well, that's most women, but it's not all women. Most men ain't gonna be 6 feet tall with a 6-inch penis, right? With a 6-cylinder car and make 6 figures. But it don't stop y'all from wanting that. And that's way more realistic than the advice that I give to men. You have to have a standard. Everyone cannot be elite. I repeat, everyone cannot be elite. I need you guys to understand that. It is supposed to weed out women. If you're at a point where you're worried about weeding out women, then that means that you're not in abundance. You don't have enough women to throw some to the side. That's a bad thing. The reason women are okay with having some crazy ass standards is because every damn man, they walk down the street, even a fat, ugly woman's probably going to get hollered at by at least 3 desperate dudes. A baddie, she's not going one day, unless she just stays in the house all day, where at least 5 to 15 men are hollering at her. So because she has this level of abundance, she can say, well, I'm not going to date you if you don't have this. I'm not going to date you if you don't have that. If you're not this tall, if you don't have this, if you don't. They can do that because they never worry about, if I make this standard, no more men are coming. Let's cut the fat and really get to the thing. All right, and this is a gem. The best gems come for those who stay to the end. I repeat, the best gems come to those who stay to the end. Most of you men don't want, and it's really black men. Of course, a black man left that comment. But most of you men, y'all don't want to date because, y'all don't want to vet because you're not in abundance. You have not got to the point where you could fire up a dating app and get 100, 200 matches. You have not gotten to the point where when you walk outside, women are breaking their necks. You have not gotten to the point where women are coming up to you saying that their friend likes you. You haven't gotten to that point yet. So you're afraid to follow the elite standard because you know those 5 women that like you ain't gonna fall under the elite standard. And that's okay. All right? What you do in that case is you be safe. You smash them if they're still good enough to smash, if they're still solid women overall, just not good enough to wife, and you keep working on yourself. But you don't get rid of the standard. Getting rid of the standard is going to F you. All right? And listen, this should be common sense, but a woman doesn't have to fulfill every single damn role of being an elite woman, right? So if a woman, for example, right, say she's a high earner herself or she comes from a high earning family. Both her parents, she knows her mom and her dad. Her parents are married. Most of the people in her family are married. She's from a suburban area, right? She cooks really well, and she's nurturing, caring, and submissive. But she stinks in the bedroom, and she has a history of sexual trauma. Common sense should tell you, okay, this is still a good woman to pick. All right? Guys, when I tell you guys, this is the list of the traits of an elite woman. If you can find a woman with all those traits, that's fantastic. The goal isn't to find a woman with all the traits because no one is perfect. The goal is to find a woman who has 7 of the traits, right? And might only be missing 2 or 3. Or she has 5 of the traits and she's missing 1. She has at least over 70% of the traits. That's it. She doesn't have to have everything. I kind of thought that was common sense, and now I wouldn't have to say that. But she doesn't have to have everything. This is a guide. Check, 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 check. Okay, she qualifies in 8 out of 11 areas. She's good. Then from there, you're just going off of vibe. You're going off of reciprocation and things like that. But if you follow the program, because dudes always ask me, Alex, where you finding all these women who are cooking for you? Alex, where you finding all these women who, clean up after you, who are reciprocating, who are paying for you to go on these high-priced dates? Because I only date elite women. So if you really want women like that, then you have to go through that same process. I don't have a problem going through that process because I'm in abundance when it comes to women. I never feel like I'm going to run out of females. I just don't. So I don't have a problem doing that. Again, as a man, if you're not at that point, right? Do you even need to leave women alone completely or practice safe sex if you got to get that venom out of you, or if you still want to clap something? I say go on semen retention and get yourself straight because it means you don't have enough options. Listen, you listening to this in your room. No one's around. You can be honest. You don't got to lie to me. It means you don't have enough options. That's why you don't want to do it. Ladies, listen, I understand, ladies. Y'all watch my videos, right? I start eliminating women, and anything that I say that fits you, right, you get triggered by. So if I say, hey, y'all should watch out for women who have a history of sexual abuse, y'all get triggered. If I say, hey, you should watch out for women who has kids, a single mother's going to get triggered, right? So I understand that. But at the same time, again, I was kind of assuming that this was common sense, right? But it doesn't matter. That might be the only thing on the list that you're missing. And if that's the only thing on the list that you're missing, then that's fine. That's fine. Women are going to come out with lists. I don't hit some of the stuff on their list, depending on what their list is. You know what I mean? Depending on what they want. If they say they want to do who's 6'4", I'm not 6'4". But I'm not going to say, oh, she shouldn't say that because most men aren't 6'4". If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. As soon as you start dating, thinking about what most people fit under, then you're going to get what most people get, which is BS, divorced, and put on child support. So unless you want to get the results that most people get, which is BS, divorced, and put on child support, then you need to do what the elite people are doing. It's a very simple formula. But I just wanted to explain that really quick, guys, I just wanted to explain that. And again, I get it. Women are always going to be triggered when I talk about standards for men because all they have as a reference is their father, who always told them they're a beautiful princess who deserves everything, even if they do nothing. Their friends and their mom, who's told them pretty much probably the same damn thing. And simps who are thirsty to smash them, who have told them pretty much the same damn thing. The elite men that they lost, that women won't talk about, we can always get a man with money, but you can't keep him. He left your ass. Oh, we can always get a man who treats us right, but you can't keep him. He left you. Those are the men who have standards. So instead of getting annoyed with me when I list the standards, really, if we're being honest, ladies, you should be listening to me so you can step your damn game up. All right? Because no one's perfect. No one's going to have everything. But a lot of these things you could work towards having for yourself. if you choose to focus your energy on that instead of complaining about why men have the standards they have. Because, again, the days of men not having standards is over, especially if you're in the elite fleet. If you're in the elite fleet, you're going to have standards, and that's just how it is. All right? So I just wanted to drop that video to explain that really quick because it's a question I get asked a lot. All right? Outside of that, y'all, I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.